Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your questions, your research, and your insights and turn them into a clear path to understanding. Today, we're embarking on a very special deep dive into an incredibly personal and profound case study from one of our listeners.
Indeed. This isn't just, a collection of facts. It's more like a rich tapestry of a family's life. It spans decades, even continents, and it's all viewed through the lens of spiritual practice and deep karmic understanding. Our listeners really offered us an intimate glimpse into her family's journey.
Yeah, it sounds fascinating. And our mission today is to unpack this incredible journey for you. We'll explore how past actions, both the ones we see and maybe the ones we don't, can profoundly shape present realities, influencing everything from health and career to family harmony. We want to uncover insights into what truly shapes our lives, often in surprising, kind of intricate ways. And most importantly, what we can learn from this to navigate our own paths with, greater clarity and intention.
Exactly. You'll hear about a family's unwavering dedication to their spiritual path, a truly unexpected move to a new country, and the profound karmic threads that weave through generations. It reveals this intricate dance of cause and effect. It's a really unique perspective on life's challenges and triumphs, I think, offering universal lessons on the power of intention.
Oh. Okay, let's unpack this fascinating narrative. So our story begins with our listener's own journey, which started way back in 1978. For 28 years, she's been a dedicated member of a Buddhist club, a commitment so profound that she brought her entire family, parents, siblings, eventually her husband into the fold. This isn't just casual participation, is it?
Oh, not at all. What's so compelling here is the sheer breadth and consistency of her contributions over the years. She's participated in numerous merit-making projects within her tradition. The sources detail her involvement in purchasing significant land. We're talking 2,000 rai at 62.50 satang per square wa. It's a massive contribution. And in the construction of key spiritual structures. For instance, she's helped build the ubosot, the ordination hall, which, is the most sacred building in a temple where monks are ordained, important ceremonies happen.
Right.
She's contributed to planting trees around the temple grounds, a simple but powerful act, creating a peaceful environment, and even to providing the crystal pebbles used within the sacred ubosot pillars. These are symbolic offerings believed to strengthen the spiritual foundation of the temple and its practitioners.
That's a powerful detail, the crystal pebbles, sort of adding to the spiritual fabric of the place.
Exactly. And her dedication extends further to the construction of the Dhammakaya Assembly Hall, from its early thatched roof days all the way to the international hall we see today. The revered Dhammakaya Satya, the Dhamma ground, the heaven-propelling pillars, the grandmother's vihara, the 60-year building, right up to current projects. This isn't just a list of buildings. It illustrates a truly consistent, profound, and multifaceted dedication. It really shows a lifetime of actively generating positive karma.
And speaking of family, her husband's spiritual journey is deeply intertwined with hers, right?
Very much so.
He first ordained as a Dhammatayaf monk in 1978, the same year she first entered the temple. Now, for those unfamiliar, Dhammatayaf monks, that refers to a specific lineage within the Dhammakaya tradition.
Yes, exactly. Deeply dedicated to the intensive practice of Dhammakaya meditation. He was deeply inspired by Luang Pordatashivo, who was in turn inspired by his own revered teacher, Luang Pordatayo.
I see.
And after a second ordination in 1985, our listener and her husband married. They eventually had 2 daughters. They even had this beautiful and intentional practice of making merit for their children before they were born. While in the womb, they would call their daughters Luk K, which translates to crystal child.
A crystal child, that's lovely.
It is. Then they'd use their given names after birth, but always continuing to dedicate merit for them. This really shows a deep-seated intention and belief in the power of merit right from the very start of their children's lives, setting a positive karmic foundation even before their first breath,
Yeah, absolutely. And here's where it takes a fascinating turn. The family's life took an unexpected, almost serendipitous turn towards a different continent. After working in computers for 10 years and getting U.S. citizenship, the husband applied for family visas for his wife and daughters. But he did it almost as a just-in-case measure over a decade ago. Almost forgot about it.
Right. And the timing is truly remarkable. After another 10 years at a different job, the husband left due to some problems there. And in that precise moment, right after he left his job, thinking about what's next.
Just then.
The U.S. Embassy notified them their visas had been approved. The whole family could move to America legally. And what's more, their daughters also expressed a strong desire to study there. It all just lined up.
Wow, so this wasn't just coincidence, was it?
Doesn't seem like it.
The family decided to embrace this new chapter, moving to the U.S., and even there, their spiritual journey continued. They stayed connected to their teacher via the Dhamma satellite dish and local temple branches, continuing their role as Kalyana Mitra, which means spiritual friend or mentor, right?
That's right. And no, not a coincidence at all. This relocation wasn't attributed to any negative karma. Rather, the insight reveals it was a direct manifestation of the husband's aspiration from a past life, an aspiration to contribute to the global spread of the Buddha Dhamma, specifically the Dhammakaya tradition.
From a past life.
Yes, it's seen as a preordained path, unfolding exactly as intended. It demonstrates how these deep-seated pure intentions, maybe made lifetimes ago, can manifest and guide our lives in profound, unexpected ways, even across oceans.
That's incredible. It speaks to this sort of long-term karmic planning.
Exactly.
Okay, so from this unfolding of present life aspirations, let's dive into something maybe a bit heavier. Some really profound and, frankly, intense karmic insights about the husband's parents, starting with the father-in-law. His profession was a pig butcher and hunter, and he openly disbelieved in heaven, hell, sin, the afterlife, any of it.
Yeah, completely skeptical. You can imagine the daily life. The case study describes how, before dawn, he'd use a sharp knife to stab pigs in the throat. Their screams would be stifled by quickly pressing their heads into a large water urn to avoid disturbing neighbors. A methodical, daily act of taking life. Then on holy days, when pig slaughter was paused, he'd go hunting, just consistently engaging in the act of killing over decades, generated a very specific kind of karma.
But despite this life, for most of his years, he was surprisingly healthy. Strong, never needed a doctor.
Yeah.
But then in 2000, diagnosed with prostate cancer, given a short time to live, that must have been a shock. Seems contradictory.
It does at first glance, but this is where karmic law reveals its precision, its complexity. And this is a crucial point where the son steps in. In 2002, he ordained as a monk for his father, returned to Thailand, shared photos of his ordination, even tried to teach his father basic meditation.
How did the father react, given his disbelief?
Initially, very dismissive. Dismissive of the Dhamma talk, said he didn't like it, just entrenched in his views.
But the son didn't give up.
No, he didn't. He later had a private, more direct conversation. Asked his father, what would you recognize if one day you couldn't speak or be seen?
That's a deep question.
It is. The father replied, I know. That means I'm dead. The son then urged him, pleaded with him, really, to accept the reality of an afterlife and to recall his son's ordinations, the image of the Buddha, the meditation he taught if that time came.
And the father?
The father actually said, okay, made a promise of sorts, a really poignant moment, a final attempt to connect spiritually.
Yeah,
It speaks volumes about a son's devotion, doesn't it?
it really does.
So here's where we get the deep dive into his post-death experience. He passed away soon after his son returned to America. At the funeral, the son knocked on the coffin, reminding his father of their promise, urging him to focus on merit, on meditation, affirming the reality of the afterlife one last time.
So what happened to him then, after death? What did the karmic insight reveal?
The insight reveals his lifelong good health was due to past life merit. Apparently, he enjoyed helping the sick and believed in general good deeds in a past life, though crucially, he didn't believe in reincarnation or the direct consequences of his actions in this life.
Ah, okay.
This past merit, paradoxically, placed him in a family whose livelihood involved taking lives. His late-life prostate cancer, however, that was a direct consequence of his current life karma, from killing pigs, from hunting. This particular ailment, affecting an area related to life-giving energy, it reflected the violent termination of life force in his actions, like a karmic mirror.
Wow. That's a profound connection. Fascinating and almost chilling, the specificity. And after death, given that sad heart you mentioned, what was his immediate fate?
He died with that sad heart, yeah. Overwhelmed by visions of the negative karma he'd accumulated. Now, his son's ordinations were powerful. They prevented him from falling into the deepest hells.
Okay, so that helped.
It did. But he was immediately taken to a yamlock.
A yamlock. What is that exactly in this tradition?
It's understood as an intermediate realm of judgment, kind of like a purgatory, where beings confront the immediate karmic consequences of their actions before potentially moving on, maybe to deeper hells or higher realms, depending on their merit balance.
I see. And what happened there?
There, he was subjected to the same suffering he inflicted on the pigs, being cut and dismembered by spiritual officials. He was in too much agony to meditate or even comprehend his son's words at the funeral.
That sounds incredibly distressing. A vivid portrayal of karmic retribution. Is there any hope for him in that state? Or is it permanent?
This is where transferred merit comes in. Very important concept here. Merit is seen as this positive spiritual energy from wholesome actions and intentions, and this energy can be consciously transferred or dedicated to others, especially the deceased. It creates a positive resonance, alleviating suffering, kind of like light dispelling darkness. So the merit, continuously dedicated by his son through acts like annual ordinations, has been reaching him. This dedication has been gradually reducing his torment. He now deeply understands the nature of sin and merit, apparently weeps constantly, desperately longs for release, expressing immense regret. He needs continuous dedication of merit to help him further. It's cumulative.
A stark reminder that consequences are precise, often mirroring actions. And disbelief doesn't grant immunity.
Exactly. The law of cause and effect operates whether we believe in it or not.
Okay, shifting from the father-in-law, let's turn to the husband's mother, another layer in this family's karmic tapestry. She suffered from anxiety, saw a psychiatrist between 45 and 50. Later, at 60, developed hemiplegia, causing a limp. What's the karmic explanation?
Her anxiety, the sources link it to past life karma associated with selling alcohol. And this isn't just the direct seller, mind you. It includes anyone involved, producers, advertisers, anyone profiting from or facilitating the sale of substances that diminish clarity or lead to addiction.
So actions that cloud others' minds can manifest as internal disquiet.
Seems so. It demonstrates that subtle echo of intention in our mental states. As for her hemiplegia, that was a consequence of helping her husband, the pig butcher, and, significantly, rejoicing in his actions of killing and selling pigs.
Rejoicing, so just approving of it.
Yes. It highlights how even passive participation or agreement, that mental approval of negative actions, can generate significant karma. Our intentions, our emotional responses, they carry weight.
That's a powerful lesson, not just what you do, but what you condone or take joy in. Okay, moving from the older generation to the two daughters, their paths seem quite different. The eldest, now 19, born when the family was middle class, at just 2 months old, developed severe allergies. Eggs, seafoods still persist somewhat. And she also has this tendency towards verbal karma, often speaking harshly or critically.
Right. Her allergies and verbal karma are directly linked, according to the insight, linked to a past life habit of gossiping, criticizing, mocking others. Specifically, she'd often make negative comments about a neighbor's 2-year-old child's food. Spoke harshly, affected the mother. This negative speech pattern, causing distress through words, has carried over, manifesting as physical sensitivities, the allergies, discomfort with food, and that continued tendency towards unwholesome speech.
So what's the solution?
Education. Educating her on the harmful consequences of harsh speech and the benefits of kind, pleasant, positive words, encouraging her to consciously transform her verbal habits.
Makes sense. Now, the younger daughter, 16, seems to have had a much smoother path. Born with better circumstances, good caregiver, kept within that circle of merit since before birth.
Precisely. And a crucial point for our listener regarding that practice of calling them Luk-Kel, crystal child, in the womb, and dedicating merit, then using their real names after birth. It has the same powerful, positive karmic effect.
So the name itself isn't magic, it's the intention.
Exactly. The key is the pure intention to make merit for them with love and aspiration. Both daughters, it's revealed, actually came from a bright realm. They have strong karmic ties to the spiritual community, destined to help spread the Buddha Dhamma. They're described as reserve provisions for the group.
Reserve provisions, what does that imply?
It indicates they're destined to become strong pillars of the spiritual community, kind of like a karmic backup, or a future generation of dedicated practitioners vital for the continuity and expansion of the Dhamma.
Got it. Okay, earlier we heard about the listener and her husband caring for a German patient with limb atrophy. They did everything for him for a while. Given all these karmic links, was that a shared karmic burden, a past debt?
No, interestingly, this was purely current life merit. Helping this person was a profound good deed. It ensures that if they ever fall ill or face hardship, others will be there to care for them with similar compassion.
So creating future good karma right there.
Exactly. No past life shared karma involved. Just an act of pure compassion in the present, building future blessings. A great example of generating immediate positive karma.
Okay, let's look now at some of the husband's personal challenges. He sometimes experiences unexplained anxiety, panic, fear, leading to a lack of confidence, presence of mind. And his career, though steady, hasn't seen the advancement he might desire. What's behind these hurdles?
The anxiety and lack of confidence, they're traced back to a past life. A life where he ruled over servants dictatorially, using harsh words, intimidation, instilling fear.
Ah.
This negative karmic imprint then combines with being harshly treated as a child in this current life. So it's like a dual karmic effect, reinforcing that feeling of vulnerability, lack of control.
That makes sense.
Now that he knows the cause, he can actively work to overcome these feelings by practicing kindness, gentleness towards himself and others.
And his career? Why just getting by?
That links back to his past approach to making merit. He often participated just in case, kind of a hedging bets mentality rather than with full faith and wisdom.
Not fully convinced.
Something like that. This just enough approach, lacking complete conviction and joy, results in just getting by rather than, soaring success and abundance.
So intention is paramount here, isn't it? Not just the action.
Absolutely.
Can someone sort of recalibrate their intention if they've had that hedging bets mentality before? What's the recommended action for him?
Definitely. Intention can always be refined. He needs to make merit with full faith, with joy, and with wisdom, truly believing in the profound impact of his actions, understanding why he's doing it, feeling joy in the act, having unwavering belief in its power. And he needs to dedicate it with a clear, specific aspiration for success in this life, not just vaguely hoping for good fortune.
Shifting from just in case to full conviction.
Exactly. That shift in internal disposition changes everything.
Now, our listener also makes significant merit, sometimes large amounts, like 100,000 bad, and she aspires to make even larger, major merit donations. But sometimes these get delayed due to urgent parental expenses. Does this count as breaking a vow? Is she losing the vow?
Not at all. It's not a broken vow. It's a necessary deferral due to urgent parental care, which is itself a great merit. Caring for one's parents, especially in need, is considered one of the highest forms of merit in many traditions.
Ah, okay. Good point.
It builds immense positive karma. She should continue to hold that aspiration for larger donations. And when the opportunity arises, when she's truly ready, she will be able to make those contributions. Her pure intention remains intact and powerful. And the merit of parental care is just as profound, maybe even more so.
Okay, that's reassuring. What about the relationship between the listener and her husband? They're revealed as merit partners from past lives, sharing deep faith precepts. Yet they sometimes struggle with harmony, don't always see eye to eye.
Right. How do these deep connections and friction coexist?
Yeah.
Their disharmony primarily stems from thiti.
Fati.
Yes. In Buddhist philosophy, it refers to differences in opinion, views, or even wrong views, perspectives, essentially. Despite their deep connection and love, these small differences in how they perceive things or what they think is the right course can cause friction.
So just normal relationship stuff, amplified maybe by shared spiritual goals?
Kind of. The advice is crucial for any relationship, really. Compromise. Speak with reason and kindness. And if discussions get heated, take a break. Calm down before continuing. It allows for clear communication, prevents minor things from escalating, and respects that underlying spiritual bond they share. Recognizing that even merit partners can have different perspectives that need gentle navigation.
That's good advice for anyone, really.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, a big question about the husband's future. He aspires to ordain as a monk after his daughters finish their education, with the noble goal of spreading the Dhamma in America. Will he succeed?
Yes, he will. The insight is quite clear on that. He has a strong inclination towards ordination from many past lives, a deep-seated spiritual affinity that's now coming to fruition.
So it's a strong pull.
Very strong. This aspiration will be fulfilled. He will indeed play a significant role in spreading the Dhamma in America. And for our listener, while her husband ordains externally, she can achieve an internal ordination through deep meditation, finding true happiness and fulfillment within herself, cultivating profound peace and wisdom. It's her own path to spiritual elevation.
Yeah.
Equally valid, equally powerful.
Okay, so the whole family, it seems, has been making merit, often with that just-in-case or hedging bets mentality we talked about, like setting up reserve provisions.
That's right, that hedging bets approach, which is why their merit often manifests in a just-enough way, rather than overwhelming abundance or big breakthroughs. The key for the entire family, really, is to adjust their thiti, their views, so they align better, not just with each other, but with a deeper understanding of these karmic principles.
So, more conviction, more understanding.
Exactly. Wholeheartedly embracing every opportunity to make merit with full faith, joy, and wisdom. Everyone has karma, good and unwholesome. By making abundant merit with full conviction, heavy karma can be lightened, Light karma can be eliminated entirely. The call is to commit fully in this life. Aspire to follow the path of the Supreme Bodhisattvas, ensuring they never fall apart or lose their connection to the path of ultimate liberation. It's a journey of continuous, conscious cultivation.
What an incredible deep dive.
Okay.
Just wow. Into the profound and intricate connections between past actions, present circumstances, future aspirations. From the details of familial karma to the transformative power of intentional merit making, this case study offers so much for you to reflect on.
It truly does. It highlights that our lives aren't just random events, they're more like an intricate tapestry, meticulously woven by our choices, our intentions, and these karmic threads that bind us. Every decision, every act, every single thought carries weight and contributes to this ongoing narrative.
Yeah. And the journey of the father-in-law, it's particularly stark, isn't it? A powerful reminder of the inescapable nature of cause and effect, and the immense value of making merit with clear, wise intention, not just in case. It shows how, even in the face of immense suffering, dedicated merit can offer solace, a path towards understanding, eventual release, even after death.
It really encourages all of us to consider how our own actions, even the ones we think are small or inconsequential, are actively shaping our future and the world around us. And it reinforces the profound power of sincere dedication, both in spiritual practice and just in the simple act of being compassionately present for others, demonstrating the huge impact of intention in every single aspect of our lives.
So as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider this. If the precise timing of a visa approval, or the seemingly contradictory health of a loved one, or even the subtle disharmony in a relationship, if all that can be explained by aspirations from past lives, or the nuanced effects of seemingly minor actions and intentions, what hidden potentials or overlooked challenges might your life hold, waiting for you to uncover them? What profound changes could you manifest, not just by chance, but with full, unwavering, and enlightened intention?
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep making conscious choices that align with the most expansive and compassionate version of your future.